Hey there guys, Shaq from Shaqtech here, bringing you back a new video. Today we're talking keyboards, specifically the Logitech G Pro. Now the Logitech G Pro comes with its own Logitech Romer G switches, which I'll also be discussing my thoughts on about. So sit back and enjoy. Alright, getting into the review. Looking at the Logitech G Pro's keyboard structure and build to start off with. The Logitech G Pro is made out of some heavy-duty plastic enclosure, a metal base plate. The keycaps themselves allow light to pass through with laser cut windows. And the keyboard itself does not have any flex and feels very sturdy to hold. It has a bit of weight to it, it's a bit heavy, but it also gives you that premium feel. There's a rubberized bottom for the keyboard. It has legs on the bottom of the keyboard that allow it to be raised to 2 different levels. In the box, you get the keyboard itself and you get a braided cable out of the box. Now the cable top has a little bit of a fork on the top as well, so that it doesn't easily slip out of your keyboard. And that is pretty much all you get out of the box. The keyboard itself features RGB lighting with your own customizable effects. The software used in the back end to customize this was actually quite easy to use and intuitive. On the F row from F1 to F12, you're able to program those keys to do what you want with different macros and whatnot. And yeah, that is pretty much the basis of the keyboard. So I didn't have really many issues with the structural integrity of the keyboard itself. It felt very sturdy and felt very high quality to use. However, the area where I have a little bit of critique on is the Romer G switches. Now the Romer G switches are an in-house switch made by Logitech themselves. If I was to compare it to any kind of mainstream switch such as a Cherry MX, it would be more like a Cherry Brown MX which is dampened. But that is kind of a long shot. But the Romer G switches, with personal use, I've been using this keyboard for now about at least well over a year now. Using these switches, it has quite a bit of a mushy feel when pushing down. When bottoming out the keys, it does feel a bit mushy. However, these keys do have a very short actuation distance, exactly the same as the Cherry MX Red, which is 1.5 millimeters. So if you're someone that likes to type, who likes very light typing and doesn't push down on the keys very often, this keyboard may be for you. The Romer G switches are advertised as more of a linear switch, but you're able to get them in both linear and tactile. However, the ones that we got in the G Pro today here are linear based. The good things about the Romer G switches, however, are that they are very quiet, and for people that do want those quick response times from their keyboards, this keyboard has it for you. Playing games such as Counter-Strike or FPS games, even games such as League of Legends where you're using numerous keys at a time and you need to be as quick as possible in terms of input, this keyboard is suited for you. However, with general use, typing, someone who's, as a programmer myself, is someone who types a lot with this keyboard, it lacks the tactile feel, so it feels quite mushy when typing and quite uncomfortable. The way that the Romer G switches have been designed is that RGBs and LED lights can be individually lit through the keycaps themselves. This allows for greater color through the keys and individual keys to be colorized in a way, and less light leaks in between key caps. But another major downside, which I'm really pushing to getting rid of this keyboard, is the ability to customize your keycaps. They use their own proprietary keycaps instead of like a Cherry MX Stalk, which is quite common in the keycap market. So you're not able to actually customize the keyboard much these days. There are a few keycap sets which are in black, or I see a pudding top, but not many custom keycaps to custom this keyboard. So if you are looking to customize a keyboard in the future or whatnot, this is not the keyboard for you. So going through both the keyboard itself and the switches itself, I'm talking about it right now, I've noticed that when I've been looking to sell this keyboard, looking at current prices in the selling markets out there, that it's actually held the price really well, going between 150 NZD all the way up to 225 NZD. And it's also been holding up its price quite well overseas and seems to be quite popular. But there is a polarizing set of customers from people that really love the Romer G switches to really hating the Romer G switches. If I was you and you were looking to buy this keyboard today in 2019, I would really recommend before buying this, go to a shop, or if you know someone who owns one, get your hands on it and have a little type on it beforehand to see if you actually like the Romer G switches, as it's something that is quite hard to explain with any other regular switch in the market. And yeah, thank you very much for listening. I hope this was very informative for you. Always remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. And as always, I've one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. About keyboards, specifically the Logitech G Pro and the specific Logitech Romer G switch. Okay, restart. Hey there guys, Shaq from Shaqtech here, bringing you back an...
Dave.
How do you say it, guys? Levels of, 2 levels of very hype. Start again, Taylor. Let's start again. This is the tough one because you got.
Oh no, you didn't get that in.
This does not cut the cheese, because it's very mushy.